Subscriber request. Show me a crossfire blitz out of the 43 playbook. Coming up next. Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, you've already been to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, that notification icon so you can get my daily uploads. Alright, so I recently had a subscriber reach out to me, and he asked me if I could show a crossfire blitz out of the 43 defense. And I've got a setup for you. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most consistent setup, but it is a setup. So this is a good blitz, I would say, probably to have in your pocket. You might want to keep this as one of your base audibles, maybe run a bunch of zone coverages out of this particular this defense, and then jump into it if your opponent quick huddles you, or maybe it's a third down situation, and you basically want to attack your opponent. Now, the key to this blitz too, more than anything else, is that you want to have your fastest defensive player at your middle linebacker. So Deion Jones is actually one of the fastest linebackers in the game at the middle linebacking position. Is 89 speed, really good acceleration. So we're going to go ahead and use Atlanta. So the defense we're going to take a look at out of the 43 under is going to be the Mike Will cross press. Now, this defense, once again, I just want to let you know, is not the most consistent defense, but it will get some pressure. There'll probably be some scenarios where the CPU is going to basically get the ball off, but I'm going to show you that the pressure does get in, and this is a fairly simple, easy setup, and it's similar to what you would use with the dollar crossfire blitz. Pretty much the same type of coverage assignments that you want to go with. Now we're going to go with random deep passes. So once again, I don't know if the computer is going to block a running back or a tight end or anything like that. We'll see how things work out. So with this blitz, you've got basically player art like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the following adjustments. We're going to take our defensive line, we're going to shift them off to the left, and then we're going to go ahead and crash our defensive line down. And then we're going to go ahead and spread our linebackers out, and then finally we're going to QB contain. This is going to be the three setups. So what's good about these setups, they're all basically manual adjustments. And the other adjustment what we're going to do is we're going to take this linebacker on the left of the screen, and we're going to go ahead and put him in a hard flat or some kind of a flat position, because we want to play the left side of the field. Now, another thing you could do too is actually go ahead and do shade your coverage down. That way the middle hook, the three receiver hook zone, free safety is going to bite for any kind of crossing routes. And the final thing we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and we're going to hover right over the tackle. Now, what's going to happen is two different types of things. If he's not blocking 6, he doesn't have that gap filled up, that middle linebacker, which is going to be Deion Jones, this guy right here, he's going to go ahead and fly through the A gap and get some pretty good pressure. Or the edge guy right here, Claiborne, is going to come off the edge and actually go ahead and preoccupy this. So what I do is I like to user my guy over this left tackle and try to preoccupy the left tackle. So I've got either an edge blitz or I have the center blitzer right there. So let's go ahead and see if we can simulate that, because unfortunately we can't hold any kind of buttons to basically preoccupy the left tackle. So you can see right here the pressure comes off the edge with Claiborne. And a lot of times you're going to get the edge pressure if you preoccupy the tackle, and what happens is the tackle actually comes up and is going to give this edge guy that's going to come off the edge right there, and you can see the blockers on the other side just can't get around to him. So that's how you're going to get pressure off the edge with this blitz. But really the blitz is designed to have pressure coming up the middle. So once again, we take our defensive line, shift them off to the left. We're going to crash them down. We're going to QB contain, and you don't have to shift the middle linebacker out, but what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and preoccupy that tackle. That's going to be the area they're going to look at, and then we're going to look to controlling the guy off the edge. So right here, you have some pretty good pressure coming off the edge. So once again, we're going to go ahead and take our line, we're going to crash them down, shift them off to the left, QB contain, and then we're going to go ahead and take our flat defender right there, put them in a flat, and we're going to do underneath coverage, because we want to basically take away any kind of routes over the middle with a 3 hook zone. So the middle linebacker did not get into the area, but I want to show you where the hole was opening up. Once again, I'm going against the CPU, and I'm going against one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so he's got a very high awareness. But you can see right here, I've preoccupied these guys right here. I'm actually going to peel back up and take away any kind of a route. So you can see I'm peeling up. But look at this middle linebacker right here. He's not actually getting blocked at all. He's going to find the hole. So if you're playing Mutt and you got an outstanding middle linebacker, he's going to be able to break through and actually get a nice sack. And if I'm actually getting a guy throwing throw a ball to the flat and tackling for a loss, that's a win on defense every day of the week. So once again, we're going to go ahead and shift our line off to the left. We're going to go ahead and take our defensive line, crash them down, QB contain, and then we're going to do basically hard flats so we can get that 3 receiver hook to play any kind of drag routes or crossing routes over the middle. Try to get rid of that tackle. Now you can see the pressure actually comes in and gets picked up last second, but you can see the guy come screaming in. So where's a good way to run this defense? I would say probably if you're going to be playing draft, or actually either draft champions, or if you're going to be playing another game mode would be really good, would be salary cap, because you're not going to be able to have players that have like stacked offensive line to be able to pick up this type of pressure. So you're gonna, here's, even though the ball got off, guys, you can see the speed. Look at the pressure coming in with Deion Jones. Watch this guy right here. He's flying in. He's flying in, so he comes in clean, and people just don't react like this guy. You really, most people online, they try to let routes develop. So this, if he's not blocking a 6th person, even take a look at this. Is actually blocking 6. So that tight end is basically dead in the water. He's not going to be able to block if he's got a tight end off to the right hand side to be able to pick up this blitzer. So this is a good blitz to jump into. The only thing I don't like about it is it does have a tell. You've got your line shifted off the left. It's going to make the defense just, it's got a tell in it, and you also have to preoccupy that left tackle. So that is kind of a responsibility that you're going to have. So once again, right there, pressure comes in. Allen is actually under the middle. But this is more of a realistic type of look, because you're going to have people are going to make the right plays, or going to throw the ball or try to dump it off if they're trying to compensate for the pressure. So that's what I do like about this play. So once again, to my subscribers, thanks guys, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys pick up on it. It's not the best blitz, but it is a blitz that if you want to use a concept and cover a 30 or a 43 defense, you've got something you can jump into, and you just have to play that left side of the field with your user, preoccupy the tackle, and then you're just going to go off from there. So thanks a lot once again. Until next time.